So, Surf's Up Part 2. The whole point of this is to determine which wave is best for you. Some of us might like one with lots of energy, so it's exciting. Others want it more tame because we're still learning. What we got to do is plot the following waves on this grid below. Make each wave a different color and create a key to differentiate the waves. Got to label the X and Y axes and all that good stuff. So we're going to do wave A. Do that with green. Wave A has an amplitude of 14 feet. That means from the midline up to the top, it is 14 feet high. It has a frequency of 0.5 hertz. That is, it goes half a cycle in 1 second. So we have to graph this here on our X and Y axis. And I want to encourage you to set this to 0 seconds and this here to 2 seconds. And exactly in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right here is going to be 1.0 seconds. Okay, now we got to set our y-axis. And since we know we're going to be going up 14 feet, and this is 10 squares high, I just want to encourage you to do this in twos, so that each line is 2 feet. So this is going to be 2 feet, 4 feet, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 feet high. No waves go up, then down, and back up. So let's get that down portion here. -2, -4, -6, -8, -10, -12, 16, 18, 20 feet. Okay. Our wave A has an amplitude of 14 feet and goes half a cycle a second. So waves go up, then down, then back up. And this is an entire wave cycle. So if we go through half a wave cycle in a second, that means 1 second we're going to go here, and the other second we're going to go there. So then let's start graphing wave A. I highly recommend that you write in these important points here at the crest, at the trough, and at the midline again before you start drawing your wave cycles, because they tend to get out of hand. So it's going to start at 0. It's going up from 0, and at half a second, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, at 0.5 it's going to go up to 14. So where these intersect, it's going to go up to 14. We're going to draw a sad face there. And it's going to come back down to 1 second. 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. It's going to go down to -14. And that's where we draw a smiley face. Okay, and then here it's going to intersect at the midpoint again, and here it's going to cross that midpoint. So wave cycles have smooth lines. They don't have jerky, pointy lines, so we want to kind of slow down as we go here and make that more smooth as we connect these. They're not dots, but they're kind of smiley lines. Okay, and that is how we draw wave cycle A. Wave cycle B is very similar, but it has an amplitude of 6 feet, a frequency of 0.5 hertz. So I want to point out that the frequency of waves A and B are the same. So the start, crest, midpoint, and trough, and end are going to be all the same. The only difference is that it's going to be 6 feet high. So again, make our lines at the beginning. At the middle, it's going to be 6 feet high. So we'll draw our smiley face there. Very shallow smiley face. And then our crossing here. And at this same point, we're going to go to -6. Draw our smiley face. Oh, that was a frowny face. Here's a smiley face. And then we connect the dots with smooth, flowy lines. Ooh. It helps if you make the sound effects. Okay. And that's wave A. Or excuse me, wave B. Wave C also has an amplitude of 6 feet, but it has much faster. It's twice as fast. It has a frequency of 1 hertz. That is 1 cycle per second. Where it goes up, down, and back up, that's 1 second. It's the same amplitude as wave C. So let's draw our initial lines here. Remember, it is 1 cycle per second. So in 1 cycle, it goes up, then down, then back up. Here we're going to go up, and at half point, it's going to go down. And at the other half, it's going to go up. So now half of this half is 2.5, 0.1, 0.2, and a half. We have that frowny face at 6 feet. And 1.5, the smiley face at -6 feet. We can do the same. Whatever we do here, we do it here because it's a cycle. It repeats. It's going up from the midline. It's going up from the midline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to go down here. 1, 2.5. It's going to go up to 6. Draw our frowny face, the crest, and then go down 1, 2.5. Our smiley face at -6. And then here's the most satisfying part. We connect the dots. Very scientific if you get your voice to map the waveform. And that's page 1. Going on to page 2. The question we need to answer, the fundamental fact that we are getting at, and here's the question I'm asking, or the thing that you need to know, is that the energy of a wave is proportional to the amplitude squared. It's proportional to the amplitude squared. And that's what proportional, that's what that funny symbol means. It means proportional. So if we double the amplitude, we're going to quadruple the amount of energy. With that information, I want you to answer this. Which one has more energy, wave A or wave B? And then the second one, the fact that you need to know is the energy of a wave is directly proportional to the frequency of the wave. It's directly proportional. So if we double the frequency, we're only going to double the energy. And with that information, I want you to model to answer the question, which one's higher, wave B or wave C? Which one has more energy? So for question 4, we're going to model 2 waves, but this time it describes what people naturally feel. That's the height of the wave, not the amplitude, but the height. And the height is, at your midline, waves go up, down, and back up. The height is if you were a surfer sitting on a board right here at the bottom of this wave, looking up at the crest there. It's the distance, it's this vertical distance from the trough to the next crest. That is the height. So one break has a wave height of 8 feet. Let's model that in red. And a period of 8 seconds. And the second wave has a height of 4 feet and a period of 4 seconds. Remember, height is twice the amplitude. So amplitude is half of the height. So instead of a height of 8 feet, let's call that an amplitude of 4 feet. And this is going to have an amplitude of 2 feet. Okay, so we got to graph it, and as usual, label our X and Y axes, and I strongly recommend that you do this for a period of 20 seconds. Just you graph these 2 waveforms over a period of 20 seconds. All right, we're going to do that on the next page, and it's frustrating because this back page is connected to this front page, but I printed mine out. Totally radical. And look at our 2 like this. Okay. Remember I said over a period of 20 seconds. So that's going to end up here, 20 seconds, 0 seconds here. Right in the middle is going to be 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is 10 seconds. Okay. And for our first wave, which is in red, remember we gotta mark our up, down, and back up for each wave cycle. And that's going to start here. We got our amplitude of 4 feet, period of 8 seconds. So that's over the course of 8 seconds. We start here, 1 second, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. Over that period, we've gone up and down and back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to mark where it goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, because 4 is half of 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the start of the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to end right at 20 seconds. Let's see how high it goes. It goes up with an amplitude of 4 feet. So right in the middle of this is 4 seconds long. In the middle here is, oh, I forgot to label my x-axis. Let's do this by twosies. This is 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet. And this is -2 feet, -4 feet, -6 feet, -8 feet, -10 feet. Feet. Time is in seconds. So we're going to go up to 4 feet, right at 2. Give me a frowny face. Down to the middle at 2, going to go to -4. And this is the start of our second waveform. 2 seconds later, we got our crest. 2 seconds later, we're at the midpoint. 2 seconds later, we got our trough at -4. 2 seconds later, we got our midpoint. 2 seconds later, we got our crest. Now we get to connect the dots. We end with half a waveform. And keep in mind that for this wave, this period right here, this is one whole wave cycle. One whole waveform, one wave cycle. From here to there is 8 seconds long. Our second waveform, which has a height of 4 feet and a period of 4 seconds, is going to be half the size of this, but twice as fast. So if it starts at 0 seconds, instead of being 8 seconds long, it's going to be 4 seconds long. So here is 4 seconds. That means it goes up, and then now it's going up because we go up, down, and back up. We go up, down, up, down, up. And notice how I'm just skipping every other because it's every 2 seconds. Up, down, up, down, up. We end with on the start of a new cycle. At the crest, which is going to be 1 second, we have an amplitude of 2 feet. So we've got our frowny face, midpoint, smiley face, midpoint, frowny face, or crest, midpoint, trough, crest, midpoint, trough, midpoint, crest, midpoint, trough, midpoint, crest, trough. Now we connect the dots. Much less exciting wave, but it's faster. Like the frequency is higher. Okay. If I had to do this again, I'd try to make these a little bit more rounded, kind of like this, except I want this to be all the way up to the top there. This one's pretty good. That one's pretty good. So And for this wave, we got 4 seconds. This is a whole 1 wave cycle. Okay. Now imagine if you had the choice of surfing the red wave or the green wave. Which one would you choose to surf and why? Now it's your turn.